Hi, hello there. Welcome to my channel, Maze's Life, where in today's video I'm going to go over my week 3 and week 4 monthly budget review and update. So I know I didn't film a video last week, and that was simply because nothing too much has changed with my financial numbers, although a lot has changed with my personal life, trying to improve my income. Nothing much has really changed on paper, just as of yet. So my work income has not changed since since week 2. I just received those 3 little stipends on April 7th, 8th, and 9th, I believe. But that is it. That is here for my total income. And so now we're going to go scroll down and we're going to look just at my expenses. So my expenses, if you've seen previous videos, are here on the left hand side. Here is my budget, which does fluctuate because I do try to adjust throughout the month. And then week 3 and week 4 is specifically what we're going to be looking at. So, subscriptions, did not spend anything. Personal and beauty, I have not spent anything, and I do not expect to spend anything before the end of the month on April 30th, so I'm going to update this number to $0. My personal beauty, that's also personal hygiene or beauty products for my hair, stuff like that. Makeup every once in a while. Alright, so parking and for work, so I spent $5 on the light rail. I have to drive to the light rail station and then take it into downtown. And then in week 4, I had a day trip, which involved getting a BART, getting on the Amtrak, driving to the Amtrak and paying for parking, lunch, which those things will be reimbursed. But then it also, in this column, entailed $26.99, which will be for, or which was for a food handler's license and an alcohol handler's license. Also, I check in this category parking just in general. So I spent $2.60 parking downtown and paying the meter for a doctor's appointment. And then $8 because I use ChatGPT and I like to use the higher plan because I use it so much that I have to pay for the higher plan, and I use it for mainly helping with applying for jobs and writing so much for that. That's what caused me to go into the higher tier. I do use it for other things as well, but all of the writing that I have to do puts me in that higher tier. The reimbursement team for where I work, they are down 2 people and 2 more people are about to leave. And so because of that, even though I submitted my travel reimbursements earlier this month, there is a good chance that I might not receive them before the end of this month, which is in 4 more days. So that negative $220 for my travel reimbursements for the prior months, I don't think I will get those. So now I need to think ahead, foreshadowing, and adjust my budget because of that. So instead, I think that I will end up spending $10 on light rail. So that means that my actual budget was a positive, instead of a negative 120, it's a positive 130. And yep, it just means that I'll get hopefully the reimbursements next month. They are coming, they've already been approved. I work in HR, but I work in HR for the accounting department, and my direct manager is the chief of all of accounting, and she's already approved for my reimbursements, so I know that they're coming. It's just that she approves my reimbursements, and then the reimbursement team has to just do their job. And they are short 2 people. One had to leave, and quit due to their family situation, and then another person went on paternity leave, and then another 2 people are trying to promote out and away. So, yeah, normally I would have gotten my reimbursement by now, but with those changes, just comes, needed adjustments. So, for my renters and car insurance, I don't have anything, don't expect to have anything else. For my utilities, I spent $28.65 for my home security system. In week 4, my electricity bill already paid for, my phone bill already paid for, my fun. Well, I need to now adjust my income expenses because you can see I'm at negative $230. So my fun will get adjusted down to 0. No fun, but you know what? I went almost this entire month with either 0 fun or fun was already paid to me. Or like I was gifted it. For instance, I worked out and I joined a workout challenge through my gym, and because I won 2 things. I had the most weight loss and I had the most muscle gained in a 21-day period, and so that gave me a free admission into Pilates and wine. So that was fun, and that was like 3-4 hours, but it didn't cost me anything, stuff like that. So I was able to find and have fun for free this month, basically. Oh, and just an update on my work. I start my second job on Wednesday. That's my first day. And so I won't receive a paycheck this month, but I'll receive my first paycheck in May, but I will start working for my second job in April. So I'm happy about that. With my main job, if you watched a previous video, I have a new coworker who's just really mean and really rude and really nasty to me and to everyone. Like I said, so my direct manager is the chief of accounting, and I work for the government, and it's just a normal government position. Well, her boss is a governor's appointed position, and so it's completely different. That coworker, or let me rephrase this. So that boss, the CFO, messaged my coworker asking for an update on work, and she told him never to talk to her again, that she does not have to talk to him, that she's going to do what she wants, how she wants to do it, and he has no right to ask her for an update. And if he wants to know what she's doing, then he can go and talk to me, Maze, because she refuses to talk to him. And when she sent that email, because the CFO emailed her asking for an update, she sent that email to me and to my manager and told us to forward it over to the CFO. So instead of just responding by email to the CFO, she wrote that mean and nasty email, sent it to me and my supervisor, and said, send this to the CFO yourself. And long story short, she's been extremely nice ever since then. I don't know if she got in trouble. I don't know if she got talked to. I don't know. But she's been extremely nice, and work has been amazing ever since that happened. So my work at my 9-to-5 job has also greatly improved. My second job starts on Wednesday. That is great. I have been interviewing for promotions. I had an interview on Friday, this past Friday. I'm hoping that it leads to a promotion. I have a really good feeling that I will get accepted for the position, but whether or not it leads to a promotion is tricky. And if it doesn't lead to a promotion, I'm not going to accept the position. So I'll find out probably next week or in 2 weeks, but we'll see. Okay, so let's go back to household. So for household, I spent $15, and that was for the laundromat because I do not have laundry, so I have to pay for laundry. And I'm not going to have any more household expenses. Household expenses could also include like toilet paper and paper towels. And I am low on paper towels, but I'm not going to get those this month. So let me adjust my household budget to $15. My Wi-Fi bill came out $45.39. Gas, only spent $61 in week 2, and I don't need to pay anything else for gas. I have about a quarter tank left. I think it's 95 miles to E, and the only driving that I will do will be to the train station, the light rail train station, on Tuesday and Wednesday, and that's it. Alright, then for my gifts category, I did not spend the full $100, but I did spend $90-ish for my mom. It was her birthday on April 20th. I don't know how old she is. She was born in 1968. So she's 35. That's how old she is. Alright. Food out. I did eat out. Wow, what did I spend $26.94? Oh, I caught up with some friends that I hadn't seen in a while, went to Chili's, and then $12.41, I went to Jersey Mike's. I had a coupon, and so I got like a huge combo. Probably should not have done that, and if I had updated my budget sooner, I would have known not to do that. But, too late now. Alright. For tithing in church, I went to a new church, not today Sunday, but last Sunday, and I forgot to bring cash, so I only had $7, and so I put that in the little donation, with the ushers come around with those metal plates, so I put the $7 in there. I meant to bring more, but that's what happened week 3. Yeah, it was an interesting church. It was Pentecostal. They were doing interesting things. I was entertained, but I did not go back this week. Alright, moving down to my applied to debt section. I'm going to leave that as is for right now. My savings, I'm going to leave as is for right now. My cats, I went over week 3. I should not have done that. I wanted to buy a 2-pack instead of a 1-pack. So I was like, oh, buy in bulk. But there was literally no difference in price buying in bulk. So price per unit. So I shouldn't have done that, but I did. So I went over. So 105. Alright, groceries, $7.71. Oh, sorry. I spent $28.92 week 3. I have $7.71 left. That's typically to buy fruit, but I saved an apple. So I will have an apple, just one apple next week. And yeah, that'll be it. So then moving down to health, $35 came out for my monthly subscription for a chiropractor with the Joint Chiropractic. I have a bad back. I have 2 slip discs, and I have 2 slip discs in my lower back. I forget which number and letter it is. And then in my upper back, I have blood in my spine. I don't know if that's causing me any pain, but it is something that I keep monitored. And so that's why I go to the chiropractor, even though I'm still in my 20s, barely. I'm 29. So, yeah, but I do not expect to spend anything else in this category for the rest of the month, so I'm just going to go ahead and lower that budgeted amount. So I still have negative $167, and that sucks. So, I don't know why it says this have positive 123. Your actual spending. So I haven't spent the money yet. Okay. So I only have $123 to actually spend. If I don't get my reimbursement in time, which to get my reimbursement in time, they would need to approve it on Monday or Tuesday, and then it would deposit into my account 24 hours after that. So if I don't have that money in time, what I am going to do is just have to lower from my applied to debt or savings category, and then I will have to make up for it next month. I will most likely take from the savings, the whole $50 from the savings category, and then the remainder from the 123 I will put to my applied to debt section. So that is how my budget is looking so far. I have not gone over budget in the sense of like unnecessary spending. It was more so counting money that I did not have yet, because I'm used to receiving my reimbursement within like 2 to 3 weeks, and now due to a staffing shortage it might be twice as long or even longer. So so luckily this is if you watched my New Year's resolutions and annual goals video, I do have a goal not to overspend, and so luckily I'm in a situation where I can adjust and lower my apply to debt and savings situation and categories and expenses sections, so that way I don't go over budget. But this isn't ideal. This wasn't what I was rooting for, but I do know that I can make it up next month with that reimbursement. Hopefully it shouldn't take 2 months to receive. It's already in the pipeline. But yeah, so that is it. That is the week 3 and week 4 update of my monthly April 2026 budget. Thank you for following along. If you stayed to the end of the video, I'd love to have you join this financial journey with me, so hit subscribe, click the like, and leave a comment down below if you would like. And my next video will be in a couple days, probably wrapping up what ends up happening with my April 2026 budget. So thank you, and until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.